Hello everyone and welcome back to the Amazing Things channel. Before we start, if you have been enjoying the content we have been posting so far, do subscribe to the channel so that we can continue to make more interesting videos for you guys. Your support definitely goes a long way in the growth and progress of this channel. Now on to the video. In a small corner of western Poland, near the town of Gryfino, a strange, eerie woodland exists. This bizarre collection of curved trees, named the Crook Forest, is shrouded in mystery, and despite the numerous different theories that have been proposed over the years, no one truly knows what has caused the trees to adopt this conformation. The Crook Forest consists of around 400 pine trees that grow with a 90-degree bend at their base, and a vast majority of these trees are bent northward. Curiously, the Crook Forest is enveloped by a larger forest of straight-growing pine trees. It is estimated that the trees were planted in the 1930s, and that they were around 7 to 10 years old when they experienced whatever force or damage that resulted in the trunk curvature. So what could have caused these trees to grow in this bizarre J-shaped manner? The weather? The World War? Or could it even be aliens? With majority of the world's mysteries linked to aliens, is this forest another act of aliens? Some believe that the fluctuations in gravitational forces or a unique gravitational pull in the area could be responsible. But there is basically zero evidence to support this bizarre theory. The force of gravity pulls objects downwards, not sideways. A slightly more plausible but still fairly unlikely theory is that heavy snow could have flattened the trees for an extended period of time whilst they were still saplings. This, combined with a long spring melt, would be capable of permanently shaping the trees if there was still a thick layer of snow on top of the trunk whilst the trees experience a growth spurt during the spring. Another popular idea is that during the invasion of Poland in World War II, enemy tanks plowed through the young forest, once again flattening the trees to such an extent that they grew back crooked. Once again, the problem with this theory is that why is only this one small patch affected? While the dates may match up for this, given that the Crook Forest is estimated to be around 80 years old, give or take, it seems unlikely that the trauma of being run over by ridiculously heavy tanks would result in this odd yet uniform curvature, if the young trees survived at all. The final idea that has been thrown around that seems to have gained the most acceptance is perhaps the most boring one, which proposes that the curves are man-made. This would make sense given that the fact that the trees are very consistent. The suggestion is that during the 1930s, local farmers planted and manipulated the trees for ultimate use as construction material. For example, pieces of furniture or more likely shipbuilding. An extract from a piece of entitled Wooden Vessel Construction even supports this idea. Oaks from the area of northern Europe were fine for development of long straight planking, but the Gnarl English Harrow oak was the best of the natural curved timbers used to strengthen the ships internally. Trees were even deliberately bent in certain ways so as to grow a needed set of curved timbers. These curved timbers were known as compass timbers. The invasion of Poland during World War II would have likely interrupted this activity, preventing the farmers from being able to finish the job and thus leaving this peculiar forest that we still see today. The local town was also devastated during the war and was not re-established until the 1970s, when a new power plant was built in the area. This would explain why none of the locals have the foggiest idea why the trees look like this. Ultimately, no one can be certain of what caused the curvature of these trees, since there are no witnesses that can testify one way or another. But the last explanation certainly seems the most plausible. This forest is a mysterious and unique forest in the world, I don't think anyone could find a forest with trees curved like this. This would be a great place to visit for your next holiday trip. This marks the end of the video. If you have enjoyed the video so far, do hit that like button, and once again do subscribe to the channel so that you can stay tuned to more interesting videos and facts around the world.